why I'm like pointing my pen at you guys. I wanted more eyeshadow? Some contraption where they all stick out at once. Like, here I go with the pen again. I think this might be the only holiday bundle that I would like to get the whole thing. Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be doing a review of all of the high-end holiday collections that have launched recently and that, you know, we've gotten sneak peeks for. There is a whole ton, so I'm going to try to speed through, and I'm just going to briefly kind of talk about each one. I'm going to tell you what stands out to me in the collection, what I think that I would be, you know, adding to a wish list, what do I think I actually will maybe purchase, is there stuff that I think isn't really like as intriguing. Then you can kind of get an idea of what I personally think is, you know, worth checking out from the abundance of holiday collections, because it can be overwhelming seeing all the ads on, you know, the internet and on social media and on Sephora and on Ulta and on, you know, all these websites and like on Trendmood, and it's like, whoa, I don't even know where to begin. Like, I want to get holiday makeup, but what is the best? So let's just start somewhere. We got to just start somewhere. And one that I didn't even know was coming out with stuff, I just reviewed this brand. A few of their products is Rare Beauty. She's actually coming out with holiday collections. So there's like little kits, and I'm going to be doing a video upcoming on, you know, the best holiday kits, what I think are the best kits for gifts and stuff like that. So I'm going to be doing that in the next few weeks. But this is just like new, like launches, like new stuff. They're eyeshadow palettes. So this is technically considered in the holiday collection. A Magnetic Spirit eyeshadow palette, purples, a pop of peach in there, and they look really nice. So they're supposed to be like jewel and earth tones, and a Confident Energy eyeshadow palette. It is supposed to be a palette of 6 everyday neutrals and bolds. When you take away the green and the blue, it does look more like a everyday palette compared to the purple, but it's still like, they're all metallics. I wouldn't consider this an everyday palette. So unfortunately, looking at these, color scheme wise, they're not very intriguing to me. But everything else about it intrigues me, I think, because it's a new brand. I want to see the formula. I want to see, and the swatches do look incredible. I think if I was to pick from the two, I would pick the Confident Energy one, just because I like the, you know, gold and champagne and browns, and then you get a little pop of pink and a pop of blue. Yeah, so I think this would not be the first thing that I would go towards for holiday wise. I'm sure I'm going to try the eyeshadow palettes eventually, just not for holidays, I don't think, just because it's like there's literally an abundance of product, and it's not something that stands out to me like compared to everything else. So the next brand that has a holiday collection is Pat McGrath. The Celestial Divinity collection, it's their holiday collection. It comes with a mega eyeshadow palette, and it is the first ever mega palette. Actually cheaper than their original palettes. I don't know why. I mean, I'm assuming the actual pans are much smaller than the original ones, because you get a lot of eyeshadow in the original Mothership palettes. I don't know how much cheaper it is, but it is quite a bit cheaper, which is really nice. And I don't know why I'm like pointing my pen at you guys. I wrote my little list of like holiday collections so that I don't miss any, and now I'm just like talking at you guys with my pen. I actually have ordered something from this collection already, so on its way is the mega palette. Stay tuned for a review of that. I'm really excited to try it. Now obviously when I look at it, it looks like a beautiful, incredible palette. It has beautiful berry purple tones. It has some pops of green in there and some gold. The only thing I'd say is there's quite a few metallics in this palette, but almost all of the Pat McGrath palettes have this. And a lot of them are still able to be used in the crease as a crease shade. So that's why I got it. You know, like all the darker, deeper shades that would make the look rich really are metallic. Well, a couple of the deeper ones are metallic, but I think when you use a fluffier brush with metallics, you can get less of that shimmer and glitter and more of the depth of color. So I'm hoping that's the case about this, because if these colors pull through to create some good looks, I think it's going to be an incredible palette. I picked that over the smaller ones just because I wanted more eyeshadow. I think that the reason I passed on the smaller ones just is because the color schemes didn't really go with what I would want. I feel like each of them have beautiful shades, but like I'm not a big blue eyeshadow for like an everyday. The blue one's called Interstellar Icon, and then the other one is Risque Rose. And I mean, I love those pops of pink. I really do. I love playing around with pink and the fun colors. That would probably be my second choice though, is the Risque Rose. If I was gonna get one of the quads, that would be probably the one I get. And then the last one has like more pastel shades, which really aren't my thing. So that's why I picked the Mega palette. I just felt like it had more of a color scheme that worked for what I like. But I think that if you're looking for something smaller, a little bit more affordable from Pat McGrath's holiday collection, the quads I'm sure would be just as amazing. And then in the collection, there's also the Sublime Skin Highlighter. It is something I would like to try eventually, one of their highlighters. So this is kind of on my wish list. I'm on the fence about it though, just because it is quite expensive. I'm in Canada, so here it's $88 for a highlighter. I don't really know. That maybe is something I would try in the future, because I'm going to be getting a lot of stuff soon. Just with so many collections and launches right now. So that's something I'm probably going to pass on just because like a girl can only afford so much makeup. And then they have lipstick duos as well. I'm gonna pass on those just because, as I said, they're really expensive. I already have some Pat McGrath lipsticks, and as much as I absolutely love them, they are quite expensive. So next we have the Hourglass holiday collection. They always come out with their lighting face palettes, which I am obsessed with. They have the 6-pan one and then the 4-pan one. I have kind of mixed emotions about it. I think if I personally were to pick one from the two, I'd pick the mini one, only because I don't have any Hourglass product similar. But if you got the last year's holiday palette, it is almost identical to the mini one. So if you have that, I would not recommend getting that mini one from Hourglass, because otherwise you're just gonna have duplicates. And some people might not realize that. If you did not get last year's palette, I think the quad is really incredible. But yeah, for me personally, because I did not get last year's palette, I think that I would get the smaller one just because you get a bronzer, you get a blush, you get a powder that you can use, and which I love their powders because they kind of have a bit of a glow to them. They just make your skin look very healthy, so I really, really like that. And then they have a highlight as well. So that would be the one that I would get. And then it comes with a lipstick duo that's refillable, which they look actually so cute. They come in like a pointed pen style, very interesting shape. I think it's very unique and I really like the packaging. I have not really played around with a ton of Hourglass's lip products, so this is something that I would kind of add to my wish list. So the next brand to come out with a holiday collection is Charlotte Tilbury. If you guys have seen my past videos, you will know that I did actually already review some of her products. So what I decided from Charlotte Tilbury's is the Bejeweled Eyes to Hypnotize eyeshadow palette, one of her jewel lips glosses, and then they also did come out with mini eye kits and eyeshadow palettes, and then those jewel pods. It was a large collection, but I just thought that the eyeshadow palette and the gloss looked most intriguing to me, so that's what I picked. The next holiday collection is the Natasha Denona Holiday Bundle. It comes with a new mini eyeshadow palette, which is a Zendo palette. When you take a look at the eyeshadow, I actually really like the color scheme of this. It has that like kind of pinky peachier tone to it, which I really do like, but it also comes with a darker shade. I tried their spring mini eyeshadow palette. I really liked it, but I didn't feel like it came with enough depth for it to be like a favorite of mine. And I think that when I look at this one, it looks with that nice plummy dark shade there. I think you could really, you know, create a beautiful holiday glam look. And I really do think that that eyeshadow palette would be something I would potentially get. I love their mini eyeshadow palettes because it's like 25 bucks. If you're Canadian like me, it's $33. Still, for something from Natasha Denona, such a high-end brand, it really is a pretty reasonable price for Natasha Denona. I would actually be interested in that highlighter because it looks like my shade. I'm so interested in this and something that I potentially will get. And again, keep in mind, I'm not getting all of this. I'm just kind of making a wish list. I'm just letting you guys know like what stands out to me personally. And then the lipsticks as well look incredible. I'd probably get this whole bundle. And I think this potentially might be one of the only, here I go with the pen again. I think this might be the only holiday bundle that I would like to get the whole thing. It is a smaller holiday bundle, and you can get the whole thing for $100, which is pretty cool. Like, that's not bad. You get 2 lipsticks, a highlighter, and a mini eyeshadow palette from Natasha Denona, $100. That's like really reasonable. So yeah, definitely the Natasha Denona one really stands out to me as well. Then the MAC Cosmetics. If you've watched my channel, you know I am a large fan of MAC Cosmetics. I would definitely be interested in a lot of the stuff from this holiday collection. If I were to choose some stuff from this holiday collection that is quite large, I would probably pick the eyeshadow palette. You get 12 eyeshadows, and I really love MAC's eyeshadows, so that's something I definitely would be interested in. I also would be interested in their Extra Dimension Skin Finish. You can pick out of 2 shades, a lighter or a darker. Lighter is like a beautiful kind of white gold, which on my skin tone looks really, really nice. From swatch, it looks like what would, you know, look really beautiful on me. The reason I pick the individual, which I typically would pick a palette over an individual any day, but the reason I say that is because the actual trio, well, there's 2 different skin types. There's light and then there's gold. The gold has like a dark burgundy blush, a gold highlight, and a bronze highlight. That'd be for darker skin tones. And then for the lighter skin tones, it has like a white gold one, but then it comes with a gold and then like a rose gold, and they look too dark to me. When I look at the swatches and when I look at them in the pan, they look way too dark, so I would pass on that. And then I would definitely pass on the single eyeshadows. I just can't stand single eyeshadows. I use them a lot less than I use palettes. And I don't feel like I get enough use out of single shadows, so I would pass on the single shadows. I would probably get a gloss, but that wouldn't intrigue me as much as the lipstick. In a perfect world, would we not all get the 12-piece kit? Of course we would. I think it is cool that you can get the whole kit, but realistically, I think that the 2 shades that stand out to me the most would be the Ice Ice Baby and then Out with a Bang. I just think I like those burgundies for Christmas time, but then realistically, Ice Ice Baby would be the shade that I would probably wear on an everyday. So yeah, definitely those would be the shades I think I'd get. You can get a brush kit, and then you can get various other kits. And then you can get the PowerPoint eye pencil. So it has a dual-ended pencil. So I think out of those, which I would be probably interested in getting one of them just because I like MAC's eyeliner as well, and I really like that it's dual-ended. I'd honestly probably get the Short Fuse and the Cool BB. So that's the one that has the purple and the white, just because I do like to have like a white liner for my bottom lash line. And then I like purple as well. There's an Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. I do think that the palette does look really nice. Keep in mind that if you already have the Soft Glam eyeshadow palette, the original one, the full size, the color scheme is pretty much identical. This would be more for people that don't have that palette and want a smaller version. Another palette I found it to be somewhat similar to is the Norvina one, a nice cream shade. The Norvina one has something similar. Dreamer shade in Soft Glam 2 is the exact same as the Norvina one. Dusty Rose in Soft Glam is very similar to Volatile in Norvina. It's maybe a bit lighter, but they do look very similar. Then there's another repeat, Incense. That's that beigey tan. Mulberry is very similar to Passion in Norvina. I just wanted to point that out. If you have the palette Norvina or the original Soft Glam, I don't think that this is one you would really need to worry about looking into. The Soft Glam mini palette looks really beautiful, but if you have those 2, I honestly don't think it's even worth spending the money on. Next, we're on to Tarte. They actually have quite a bit of stuff. Amazonian Clay eyeshadow wardrobe mini palettes. The part that really intrigues me is the blush kit. That's what I'd probably choose out of everything, just because I love these cute little trios. You get 9 blushes for $35. That is incredible. Now, some of them I think are gonna be like more bronzer and then maybe one that's more like highlight, but you get like 9 cheap products for $35. That's really cool. So that's definitely something that I'm gonna probably get. Let's say you're thinking, I don't need 9 blushes. I need like a mascara. If you're somebody that kind of wants like the most bang for your buck, I would probably get the Warm Winter Wishes eye set. It comes with a nice kind of neutral rosy looking eyeshadow palette. It has a blush on the side. It has an eyeliner and a mascara. So that's, I think, gonna be, you know, the most product. I feel like I'm like getting overwhelmed here. There's so much stuff. Too Faced, sometimes on the fence about some of their stuff. I got their holiday collection last year. I got it after the holidays though, and I ended up doing it in my giveaway. I already got the pumpkin spice. So that's something that I did already purchase. I did already love, and I've done a couple tutorials using it. I think gift wise, I really do think these little gift sets are really, really cute. You get a mascara, you get an eyeshadow palette, and you get a blush highlight duo. I personally have not always been a fan of them, not necessarily for quality. Like quality, it's there. I do really like Too Faced products. I just don't really like the packaging. I don't like the breakaway like palettes and like these big contraptions. Like I just like eyeshadow palettes. Or if you're gonna do a gift set, I want an eyeshadow palette and my blush and a mascara, not like some contraption where they all stick out at once. But I do think if I were to pick one thing out of all of the sets, I would probably pick the Foxy Neutrals, just because I do love that color scheme. They have some really cute holiday kits though. So if you're looking for gifts, it's worth checking out. It's a sugar plum kit. So they have some really cute kits, and it'd be really perfect gifts. For me, just buying for myself, I think the pumpkin spice was good enough. I really like these little mini eyeshadow palettes too. I think that's a little bit of a cheaper option. Is from Dior. There is the Dior Backstage Holiday Glow Collection. It comes with 3 Dior Lip Maximizer lip glosses, new shades with metallic finishes. I'd honestly probably skip the glosses just because for Dior, it's expensive and I have enough gloss. It's not really something I'd want, but I definitely think I'd be interested in their face palettes. So from the 3 new ones, I think that I would probably, there's a gold one, a bronze one, and a more pinky rose gold one that comes with a pearly pink and a pure pink with an intense finish. It comes with a rose gold and a golden peach with a metallic finish. The swatches look incredible. I think on my skin tone, it would be the best shade selection, something that I'm thinking about. The very last Christmas collection that I'm going to talk about, just because like, holy smokes, have we not just gone over enough makeup? I'm overwhelmed myself. Is the Marc Jacobs Cherrific Iconic Palette in Very Merry Cherry Edition. So it is cherry themed, but it's supposed to be like Christmassy. It doesn't seem too Christmassy packaging wise, so it's a little bit confusing. Like honestly, I think that the packaging looks more summery to me. I think that that looks like summer. Look, with cherries on the outside, I don't know. I feel like they could have made it look a little more Christmassy. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, this isn't really something that I would be probably interested in. I love Marc Jacobs, and I just tried their gold one, loved it, loved their new mascara. But this, I'm not into red eyeshadow all the time, so I probably wouldn't spend that much money from Marc Jacobs on a red eyeshadow palette. But if you're into red, definitely, I love Marc Jacobs formula. That's something that I would probably pass on. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for today. I know that these weren't all of the holiday collections, but I tried to go over all of the ones that are out now and the ones that are most kind of popular that you guys would be aware of. I can do more in depth as well. I'd like to do a drugstore one. If you're interested in that, give this video a thumbs up. I am so sorry if I was like rambling and kind of like all over the place. I tried to like organize this in my brain as best as I could, but this was a lot in one video. So thank you so much for sticking around. I hope this was helpful for you guys, kind of navigating through all of these launches. And I hope you guys enjoyed, hearing my opinion on them and what I would get. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, sticking around, and dealing with my frantic scatterbrains today. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, ring the bell, enter the giveaway. It's going to be ending on Thursday, so do not miss it. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.